So hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and this time we are checking some data set in Kaggle, and we will just clean up some values and we'll do some transformation. Let's see how we can do it in Pandas. And Pandas is the library for analyzing data in Python, and it is very widely used. Let us see how we can do it, and what is this dataset about, and what are the transformation needed in that dataset. Let's see. First we'll import these two libraries, as I don't know when we'll need it, but of course we'll need pandas, so we need to import it first. And let's read the dataset. So basically this is the dataset path that is present here, and we'll just check some values like it is showing the first 5 rows. So we have the player names, and we have some images, like this is in form of URL. So let's leave it like that. Age is there, it is already a numeric column. So, and a national team, so it is telling us about the national team, like in which team the player is. And it is saying some positions. I don't know exactly what are these positions mean, but it is okay, it is in the form of list, but for now it is in the form of string, so we need to convert it, and we need to do some things like so it can be properly represented. Okay, so it has some overall, like I don't know, maybe it is some starts relating to that player and potential overall. It's okay, we have nothing to do with that. Like you need to have some knowledge about like football and other things to like interpret these columns. Basically when you are analyzing the data, so you need to have some knowledge about that data set. What is the data about, what are the columns about. So basically we don't need any of these right now, because we are just cleaning the data right now. When we will analyze, we will see what are those columns about. It is saying current club and current contracts. We need to clean up this thing a little bit. And value and wage, of course we need to clean up these things also. And there is total stats. So basically we can clean this 1 2 3 and 4. We need to perform 4 steps for today. So let's see. We'll see the info column. So it is saying we have 3000 entries, like we have 3000 rows there, and all are non-null, like there is no null values present. Okay, player name is objective. We'll check the data types. Player name is objective, and age is integer. This overall and potential overall, those are integer. Total starts, this is integer. So basically what we have to do is we have to do these fields also as integer or float or anything like that, and we have to convert these values. Okay, so let's go to our first question. Convert wage value columns into numeric type. Okay, so what is this basically saying is, like we have here this values present some currency symbol, and some values in million or thousand. Okay, so basically what we'll do, we'll ignore this currency symbol for now. We are not going to convert the value on the basis of currency, but we'll basically interpret the basic value of this one. Like the million means 10 lakh in Indian version. So we'll convert this into in terms of 10 lakh. We'll just multiply this 10 lakh, and 1000 means 1000. So we'll basically multiply this value in 1000. Okay, so let's see how we can do it. And we need to basically define one we need to basically define one custom function for this. So I have already written the function, and I'll just copy and paste it here, and I'll explain the function what it does. Okay, so we are basically defining one convert number function, which will take one argument. Like then we are doing one try except. Like suppose any error comes, it will directly return the value instead of throwing any error. Okay, so we are just telling it, like if y ends with k. Okay, so here we can see here value, the last value is k. So we are just in case it is not ending with k, or there is no value like thousands there. Okay, so we are just specifying one condition if value, if that column ends with k, then just replace that k with a blank, and if it is starting with that currency symbol, then replace that currency symbol with blank also. Okay, else pass that row. Then what we are doing try, so it is doing like it will convert that value, whatever the converted value is here. We are already taking this by, it will convert that value and it will multiply 1000 here, as this k represent 1000. So similarly this one is also with m also same thing, just the value is changing here, like the representation of that m value. Okay, so this is basically the function, and let's see if we can we have to change anything about it or anything that we want to do. Okay, so I think maybe we should, can we write it here? Maybe I think we can write it here like it is better. Let's see guys, can write it because it makes sense, right? Okay, so we are just passing some try except block in case some error happens. Okay, so I explained you the function. Let's just try it once. We'll take one value. Okay, from here let's take this 39.5 m. So we'll do but now only pass our argument. So as you basically can see, it is correctly converting the value and returning the thing. So how we can do it in pandas? Okay, so we have to convert the value, correct. So we have two columns, like so we'll define one column to transform list, and we have wedge and value there. So for I in all to, sorry, all to transform. So what we will do, will basically will df sub I. We are basically replacing that column. We'll do apply. Okay, we'll apply that function as a lambda function, lambda x. So what we'll do, convert x. Okay, so basically we are applying this function to each of these column. Okay, so this column, and it will take each row value as x, and it will pass that argument as x. So let's see if we can successfully do it or not. So it changed, I think. So let's check the value. Okay, now you can see the values are successfully changed. Okay, value and wage both have now numeric values instead of string values. Okay, so we can check. Okay, so you can see float 64, it is the value like data type of that column. Correct. Now next is make two new columns by splitting the current contract column. Okay, current contract column has 2022 to 2025, like it is basically in the form of one column, so we'll basically make it two columns, like current contract from and current contract to. Okay, so let's do it like the current contract calls. What we need to do is we'll just basically define one function. Okay, so what we'll do, def splits x, we're basically going to split the thing, so it will take so what we'll basically do is let's just write from equals, okay, it is result we'll take this one from equals dot split, so we'll split by this letter and we'll return the 0 value, and 2 equals x dot split will replace same and we'll return the number 1 index. Okay, so we'll return okay, so if you will basically return from and to both two times, then it might be like there can also be one situation where this thing is not present. Okay, so we will check the value, like there might be one single value also, so in that case it will fail. Okay, so let's think about it how we can solve this. So okay, we are splitting this one 0 and 1. Okay, so we'll not basically define any function here, we'll directly try to write. Okay, df sub contract, correct, current contract x. Okay, so what we'll do, x dot split with position, then we'll take 0 here. Okay, zero if, so we are specifying one condition here, if, what can be the condition, so can we do like this? Okay, wait, okay, suppose we are taking this value here and we are going, so what we'll do is so it is basically returning the true. Okay, so if in x else x, okay, Now same thing for 2 also. I don't know if it will be correct or not. Let's try once because we can do that only. Okay, so we will take the second value. If this one in x out, we'll just so what will return, because basically if there is only one value means it should be from, right? It should be from. If there is no second value, then it should not be, there is should not be any. Okay, we'll just return one blank value here. Okay, or we can write like present. Okay, well, present will also be wrong because it can conflict with the data type. Okay, so we'll basically convert this one into string. Why to worry then? No worries. Okay, let's try. Okay, this not execute that. Now we'll check the value. So we have current contract from 2022 to 2025, 2023 to 2020. So basically we successfully splitted our columns, and now what we need to do, we need to drop that column because it is not required right now. Okay, so this is done. Now the third thing we need to do is we need to take care of these positions. Okay, so transform the positions column and make one row for each value, correct? So if we will check the dfs of positions dot d type of object, so basically it is of string data type. So if we will try to treat it as a list, it will not be correct because okay, let's see. So we'll access, you can see this is the value that we're getting from for first row. Okay, so we'll basically take the, see, it is taking the square bracket, it is not taking the first value of the list, so it is not considering it as a list value, correct? Now how we can do it, how we can make it to consider it as a list value. Now there is one function for like eval, like it basically evaluates the expression for like what it is string or integer or list or dictionary, and it returns it as its type. Okay, so let's positions. So we'll just equal x. Okay, now it will do the work for us. Now we'll check positions of 0. Now you can see we are returning one list. Now it will check. Now you can see we are getting the list first value. Okay, so now what we can do, like this is we cannot let this list as a list value, we cannot let it like this, right? Because for some machine learning model or even if it is analysis point of view, you need single values, correct? So we'll just do like that, and what we'll do is we are going to df dot explore. There is one function function explore. So it will basically take, suppose there are some list values present in that, suppose 3 values present in one list, then it will make 3 rows for those 3 values. Okay, so we'll take def dot explore. Now you can see it just converted each value into one row, and you can see index is also 0 0 0. So if you will true, now you can see the indexes are different. Basically by default it is ignore index is false. So as your wish, if you want to keep the same index, then you can set it as by default. So we'll basically so our final data frame looks like this. So what we did, we first converted these into numerical values, and then we splitted these columns into from and to contract, correct. And what we did next is we evaluated this list value as a list, and we just converted each value into one row using the export function. So that's it for this video, and it is already a 21 minutes video. So I hope you guys learned something, and as we did all the data cleaning parts, so we can proceed for the analysis part next, and in the next part I will present you the how we will do some analysis, and we'll check some other capabilities of pandas and some other functions of pandas also. Okay, so that's it for now. If you enjoyed and if you learned something, please subscribe to my channel. That will be great help for me also. And yeah, we'll see in the next video, and I hope we'll learn something new also in that video. Thank you everyone.